Hello, we are on EMC News at Lone Star Community Radio from downtown Conroe. And the exciting thing is we are recording live right now. We are on FM 104.5 and 106.1 every day at noon. Monday at noon. And I'm your host, Margie Taylor, and we are going to talk about local things that are important to people that live in Porter, New Caney, and Splendora. Some interesting information about the Chamber, the New Caney and Splendora school districts, law enforcement, and nonprofits that serve East Montgomery County. So today we welcome Devery Johnson from the community, and Devery is the outreach coordinator for the Montgomery County Memorial Library System. But before we speak to our guests, let's talk about things that are going on in East Montgomery County news. Splendora ISD will hold their Thanksgiving feast for kindergartners through fourth graders tomorrow at various times. Please check the Splendora ISD website for the specific time for your student. School is out for New Caney and Splendora students all next week for the Thanksgiving holiday. Remember back in the day when you only got off Thursday and Friday? Well, apparently a lot of people started taking off the whole week. So now that's kind of been a precedence throughout Montgomery County, that week of Thanksgiving. So Porter High School football lost to Port Arthur Memorial Friday evening. The score was 29-3. But thank you for going out there and supporting the kids. New Caney Eagles won their game Saturday evening against Beaumont, 31-28. So they are going to the UIL State Championships, which will be played Saturday, November 19th at 2 p.m. against Manville at U of H at TD ECU Stadium. And they are 7-0 right now. That should be a fun and exciting game. New Caney ISD Educational Foundation awarded $18,555 in grants to high school teachers this last week. Lots of smiles on those teachers' faces. This program is great because it supplies educational material for increased learning opportunities that the teachers otherwise would have to use their own money to get the supplies they needed for to help educate the kids. The Wizard of Oz will be performing November 17th through the 19th at New Caney High School at several different times. The tickets are $10. Let's support the students in this really fun show. Upcoming calendar dates. Breakfast Connections, sponsored by Kingwood Medical Center, is this Wednesday, November 16th from 8 to 9 a.m. Chamber members and the general public are welcome to attend this free networking monthly event. Bring business cards and your friends. Save the date for Sunday, December 11th. Tavola Community is hosting a reindeer run, 5K and Kids 1K run. It's CHIP-sanctioned race with a lot of fun for everyone. And our local Sundance Head will be on The Voice tonight. He's the local guy from New Caney High School. Watch tonight and vote. It starts at 7 p.m. So now we're going to talk to Devery Johnson. Welcome, Devery.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here to tell us about the Montgomery County Memorial System. So that isn't just the Conroe branch. There's branches, how many? 6?
There's 7.
7. Okay.
7. There's 2 in the Woodlands, one by the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion, and one in the back of the library, or back of the Woodlands called an Ashlane Way, and they're the Mitchell branch. And then I have one in Conroe, one in Willis, one in New Caney, and one in Magnolia, and then one out in the city of Montgomery is called the West Branch because it's way out west.
Right. I've been out there. I think I've been to all of them except the Magnolia one, probably. So how long have you been with the library system?
Oh,
Don't know. Didn't mean to catch you off guard.
I have been the outreach coordinator for 7 years. So I think I'm on the year 12.
Wow.
Because I started out in circulation where I checked in books and checked out books and collected fines and that sort of
all
thing.
All that kind of thing. But now you're out.
Yeah. And I liked it so much that I went back to school and got my master's degree and information science with UNT. So I'm a local girl. And then I became a librarian and opened the new Caney branch. It was brand new in 2007.
Really? That's exciting.
And I got to open it. So that was a lot of fun until the roof leaked. But they fixed that now. So we're good.
Yeah, tell me where I don't need to be sitting when I go there.
Yeah, when it's raining. And then a year later, the outreach coordinator position opened up, and I felt I was good for it, and they thought so too. So I've been doing that ever since. I have my own mission statement. I'm a department of one. I'm the only one there. And but I do have partnerships with the branches and the reference librarians and children's librarians. We go to different things out in the community, like schools and parent-teacher reading nights. I've gone to veterans job fairs. I've done all sorts of things. So out in the mud and the rain, and they let me out. So.
I understand that. So you have a fun job. So do you actually touch all the different 7 branches at one time or another?
Yes. I am. I'm the outreach coordinator for all of them. For example, I just Cox Intermediate is having a book tasting, and they want
a book tasting.
Yes,
I like that.
At the end of the week, and so they're having their 5th and 6th graders come out to try different books that they normally wouldn't read. So they invited me out, and I'm going to talk about the library and what the library has to offer for them. And hopefully they'll sign up for a library card, bring their parents. We're open Saturdays, and bring them out on the weekends and sign up for a card. But my function for the outreach office is to identify, contact, and facilitate services for individuals or groups in the county who think they are underserved by the library or who may be. So that's I go out and do that sort of situation.
It's a nice thing. I mean, the places you'll go if you read is phenomenal, but I know you have a lot of other programs too that we're going to talk about.
Yes.
Besides, it's not just a library with books.
Yes.
You have a lot. I mean, I know it's got books in it, of course, but there's so many other innovative things that y'all are doing. So let's go back to the basics. So you have 7 branches.
Yes.
How do you get a library card? I mean, what do you need to go in and get a library card?
Well, all Texas residents 5 years and older may get a library card.
5 years old. They can have their own card.
Yes. They need is a proof of their current address and a photo ID that are required. So for children and teens, if they bring their parents and the parents have the photo, or guardians, their guardians are count too, they can sign up for a new card right then and there. But the parents and guardians have to accompany the kid into the library to do that. So we want to see their beautiful faces.
No unattended children just walking around and getting what they need.
No.
Okay. No. All right.
Fun as that is, that's no. Okay, so borrowing items. Okay, we say borrowing items, not books, because you can borrow e-books, e-audiobooks, regular audiobooks, in some places, periodicals and magazines. We have all that. And you have a maximum checkout of 30 items per card every 2 weeks.
That's a lot.
Yes, it can be a lot.
So you can mix and match.
Mm-hmm. You can have up to 10 videos and 10 audios and 10 books. So that's 30 items. The only thing is children cannot check out videos. Their parents can do that. Kids can't do that.
You want them back.
Yes. And in good condition would be nice. So, all right, so let's talk about fees.
Yes, I was just thinking that. So if you don't return them, even though you know you're borrowing them.
Here's how it works. If you have 14 days to check it out for everything, and you can renew up to 2 times for an additional 14 days each time, unless somebody... Consecutively.
Okay.
So that's 6 weeks, pretty much?
Okay.
Unless there's somebody behind you waiting for the book. Then you can't renew it. But if there's nobody waiting, you can renew it, and then you have to turn it in. So it gives you time. If you've got that beautiful cookbook that you really want to try that recipe and you don't have the 2 weeks, then you can renew it and stretch it out that way. And you can do that several ways. You can do it online. You can call us, that's it, online, or call us, or come in and renew the book.
Well, see, I think that's innovative too, because I thought you always had to go in to renew the book. I didn't know you could do it online.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and if it does, you do return it late, it's 10 cents a day per item.
But you also have days you forgive, don't you?
Yes.
Like if you suddenly are cleaning your house and you find a book that you thought you turned in like 10 years ago, how does that work?
Well. Well, I think by that point we would have called you or emailed you, and you wouldn't have access to library services anymore because
your privileges would be revoked.
Stopped, yes, until you return the book or paid for the book. So,
okay,
so
but you do
fees.
have some days that you
Yes, Sundays or days we're not open, which are holidays, certain holidays and Sundays we don't charge. And there's one other. Fines are not charged during holidays or on days when we're closed. So if there's a hurricane and the library is closed, we will waive your fines.
You waive your fines.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned ebooks. So how does someone, I know that Kindles are very hot. I read a lot on my Kindle, and I download books. How does that work? Can you download books to people? Can they download to their Kindles?
Yes.
Okay.
We've been able to do that since, I think, 2009, but we've had ebooks since 2007. So we have
quite a long time.
Yes. People ask me, well, what are we going to do that nobody reads books anymore? And I'm like, first off, they do read books. Children need to read books to learn their skills and things. And but no, we also have had ebooks since 2007, and we're not slowing down at all.
So how does that work? When you rent an ebook, do you have to return the book? You just download it, or how does that work?
Well, we have two technology things. One's called Overdrive. It's an app, and you download the app onto your e-reader or your phone.
Oh, that's later on. We were going to talk about this. I just jumped ahead. Sorry.
Well, you want to jump back, or you want to jump in? I'll go with this Overdrive, and then we'll go back.
We'll go back to
it.
Right.
Okay, so you download the app, and that gives you a 2-minute video on how to use it, and then you give them it asks for your library, the Montgomery County Memorial Library System, and you check that little box, and then you put your library card in there. And then you can pick up to 5 books to download to read. And after 14 days, it'll automatically return. No renewals.
Wow.
Though they're talking about changing that if you want to renew it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So is there an unlimited number of copies of online?
Of Overdrive books?
Yes.
There are not unlimited copies.
So how does that work?
So you get put on a waiting list. And when your time comes up, they'll email you. You go check it out. Or you can have it set up like I do. I have it on my phone where I automatically check it out for me. So all I have to do is download it and then start reading. So I don't have to check it out. No, I don't have to do any of that.
That's a great thing for people to know how to do.
Especially if you're traveling and you don't want to carry a suitcase full of books. It's awesome that way. Did I talk about our genealogy department yet?
No, but I would love to hear about that after we have our break.
Okay.
So we will come right back. This is EMC News, and I am Margie Taylor, your host, and we will be right back with Devery Johnson from the Montgomery County Memorial System.
EMC News, your local news from EMC every Monday at noon on Lone Star Community Radio. Want to know what's happening in East County? You're listening to EMC News on Lone Star Community Radio.
Hello, I am Margie Taylor, and you are listening to EMC News, recording live from downtown Conroe. And there will be a link to this show that will be available on SoundCloud and YouTube, probably by tonight or tomorrow morning, where you can re-listen to this and share it with other people so you can learn more about the Montgomery County Memorial Library System. We also have a Facebook page. It's EMC News, and it will also be posted on there. So we are speaking with Devery Johnson. She is the outreach coordinator at the Montgomery County Memorial Library System. And so far, we have learned a lot of things that I didn't know. We have 7 branches, how you can get a library card, that you have up to 30 different items that you can check out at once. And they even have book tastings, which I will ask more questions about. But first of all, we're going to talk a little bit about genealogy. What exactly is genealogy?
Well, our genealogy department talks about the past. So we have a lot of different things that go on in the past. It's the collection is rated 3rd in a public library in the state of Texas. So it's the 3rd largest within a public library. There are some standalone genealogy buildings, but this one's the 3rd largest in the state of Texas. So we're pretty proud of that. It was implemented in 1977, so we have 12,000 reels of microfilm. Remember those?
Yes, I do.
We also have microfilm readers, so you can actually read the microfilm that we have. And we have census things. So anything you want to do to research about your past and your family would be excellent. What else do they have? They have 32,000 volumes of reference materials, including marriage, death, probate, cemetery records, and family histories. They also have local histories that people have donated to our genealogy. So if you wanted to find out, like, for example, the high school yearbooks, I think they go back to the 20s. So if you're researching some family member and knew they were here, but you didn't live here, you could come to our genealogy department and learn all about that. But
this is just Texas-based, right? Or is this
actually
national?
not?
Okay.
We have a foreign collection that runs from Australia all the way to Switzerland. It includes Mexico and Spain and the Netherlands, Norway, and Panama.
Wow.
So we cover all that. We cover military records, Revolutionary War, including the Tories, which I guess is unusual. It's they had the bad guys and the good guys. We had all the guys. We have all the guys. We have passenger lists from the Port of Galveston. I don't know many libraries that have that. And we have computer records. We have databases that are specific to the library. And they're like Ancestry.com, you can buy a personal account. Well, we have a library account, which means it's arms and legs and heads above the regular personal account. So we have more information.
So somebody doesn't have to go to Ancestry.com. They can just go to the library and start researching anything about their family, family history.
Yes. They also have Heritage Quest and Roots Web, Fold 3, and Family Search. They also have Historic Map Works, which is excellent, and the Portal for Texas History.
That's pretty interesting. Do you get a lot of people that come in for that, to research their ancestry?
We do, and we have so much so that we have beginner packets for genealogy because they don't know how to get started and they aren't sure, and they're beginning packets on what to do, like to go to your oldest generation and talk to them and ask for stories and things like that. They have it in English and in Spanish because we have Spanish vertical files and ancestry that people want to research as well because their ancestry goes way back. And just to tell you what's going on currently, the genealogy department is on Friday, November 18th at 2 p.m. They're going to have Capture Your Family's Oral History. And it says, before you head home for the holidays, join the genealogy department for a special presentation on capturing and preserving your family's oral history. So you learn oral history methods, techniques, and tips you can use to interview relatives this holiday season.
Well, won't that be fun? That sounds like a movie. I don't know.
And you can give the gift of oral presentations. I like that. We did that with a local senior citizens group here, and we had teenagers talk to them through the Heritage Society. And they didn't know what to ask. So I went to my genealogy librarian, and she gave me a 5-page list. This is before our current librarian, and who's a guy. His name's Carl Smith. And they asked all these questions, and these senior citizens are like, where did they get those detailed, in-depth questions?
Wow. That's cool, though.
So it's a good start if you're looking for your family history.
That could be a real topic.
Yes, and
a conversation on Thanksgiving.
Yes, and Carl Smith, our genealogy librarian, does regular programming about genealogy, and that capturing your family's oral history is just one of them.
So the event on November 18th, is that at all the libraries or at one particular branch?
It's just at the central branch in the genealogy department, and they would like you to register online. You can find all our programs and everything on our website. Did I tell you we have a website?
No, I was hoping you did.
Yeah, me too. But the website is www.countylibrary.org. And if you forget, which happens, if you look on the front of your library card, it's listed there.
Well, there you go. So tell me, in this genealogy department, I have heard there's something called a living library. Would that relate to that? And what is that? That's
where they, that might be a future thing, but that's where they do the oral history and they actually film it. We don't have a video camera yet, but it might be in the works. But we're starting with that Friday afternoon program to get you started. So check back on that.
All right. So you also have an open house in Willis. Is that today?
It is today. Where's I have it here.
I think it's at 2 p.m. Does that sound right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know.
And what is it? What is the open house about?
Let me see. I had it with
me. To be continued.
No. No. No, I wanted to be accurate. I'm a librarian, okay?
Okay.
So
the facts.
So it was a very small library, and they expanded it. So we have a new
It is a small library.
section. Not anymore.
Okay.
Well, now it's a medium-sized library, and we added an additional 2,400 square feet.
Did you knock out the bar over there?
Yeah, not quite. No, the barbecue place?
Yeah, the barbecue place.
No, close. We're just
Okay.
behind it. It's now behind it, so you can eat lunch and then walk over to the library. But they have a 2,400 square feet, a new computer lab with 17 new computers, which I believe before they had 5.
It was very small.
Yes. They have a meeting room, which they've never had, so people can schedule meetings if they want to meet with a group. Or we have procedures for that, but they can sign up for a meeting room.
And that's free, isn't it?
It is if you have a library card.
Wow. It all goes back to the basics.
Exactly. It has an increased children's programming. And for the first time, we have a full-time children's librarian. Her name is Sophie. And we also have teen programs there, and with a teen librarian, his name is Will. So, and it's going to be today at 2 o'clock. And it's going to be very exciting. I'm going to be there. Hopefully there'll be cake. There'll be ribbon cuttings.
Refreshment.
Just so you know, one of our programming coordinator, her name is Melissa Baker, and she does. She's got an art major, and she did a mural all over around the children's news section, and you should go see that.
Okay.
So they have
Sounds
don't
exciting.
let the pigeon check out the book, and he's got a library card in his hand.
Aw.
It's very cute. It's all children's things. So we have children's programs, teen programs, and adult programs. They're constant. They're throughout the entire year. And I wanted to talk to you about the current ones in Conroe for children. Friday, November 18th from 3 to 4:45 will be International Game Day. That happens every year throughout the world at libraries, and we have a variety of games. We'll have refreshments and games, but we'll have technology games, like we'll have the Wii set up for bowling or little games. We'll have board games for families. We'll have minute to win it type style games. And I was, as the outreach coordinator, they came to me and said, you need to learn all about Pokemon Go, the app game people are playing all over the place, and come up with the game. So I have learned Pokemon Go, and thank goodness my 19-year-old son can tell me all about that.
How do you like it?
So far, so good.
Are you playing it right now?
No, but I was waiting when I was outside in the beautiful
Yeah.
weather. There was a I caught a
Pokestop?
Pokemon and a Pokestop, and I was twirling and getting my Pokeballs, and yeah.
Is there a gymnasium over here?
There is a Poke Gym
Okay.
at the library in Conroe.
All right.
So if you
Good
want
to know.
So if you want to come out and work out at my Poke Gym, you could do so. I am Library Lady 99. And I will have competition with the Poke Gym, and we'll give out little. I actually got some cards, Pokemon cards, old style Pokemon cards, and we'll set up a lure out at the Flag Park, which is right next door.
And what day was that again?
That is this Friday, November 18th, from 3 to 4:45.
So the kids will be out of school.
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay. Before they go on their vacation, their mini vacation.
Yes, normally we
Thanksgiving
have it
break.
on Saturday, but today we're having it a little earlier, so in case people really need to get
Really
out of
leave.
town, they can do that. And also, for some of the smaller kids, November 15th, we'll have Read to the Dogs. We have a Read to the Dogs program.
Huh.
So the kids have to read. Can't just pet. They have to read, be able to read. But for reluctant readers, they can come in and read to a dog.
So do they bring their dogs with them to the library?
We bring the dog, and we'll give them the books if they want. If
You have the dogs.
Yeah, I have the dogs.
Okay.
I have the dogs. And they can come read to the dogs.
Okay.
Especially if they don't have a dog.
Don't let the dogs out.
No.
So are these programs also in East Montgomery County at the library there?
Yes. Let's see. What do they have? December. They sent me gifts for what they were doing in December. And the Tullis branch, December 7th, they're having a holiday open house. So they're going to have holiday music throughout the day and refreshments. They're going to have a school choir, and their own ukulele group will be performing holiday songs.
The library has a ukulele group?
Yes, we had a program for music, and everybody liked playing the ukulele, so we taught them for
Wow.
free, and now they have a group going. So
And they practice within the library?
probably we have meeting rooms that are pretty quiet.
Sound resistant?
So yes,
That really sounds fun.
they're going to have 2 special kit crafts for kids. Thursday, December 1st, they're going to have Deck the Halls craft program, so they can create a special ornament. And the second one is December 8th at 4:30 to 5:30. Patrons are invited to create unique cards to send to family and friends. So,
and if they forget any of these dates, they can just go to the countylibrary.org webpage and then look for their particular branch, this case being Tullis Library, and then it will tell you all the events that are upcoming.
Yes, and you can narrow it down by age if you like.
Okay, well, break it down. Okay,
Exactly.
so what do y'all have for teenagers? That's a more difficult age sometimes to get their interest. So you have the game thing.
Yes.
So that's the Pokemon thing. What else? What other programs do you have for teens?
At the Central Library, just the open house and adult programming, like for how to write a resume and things like that for kids that are, we're trying to plan something for college because they're getting ready to, the seniors especially are getting ready to look at colleges and things. So we'd like to have we're going to have someone, a professional who knows what they're talking about, not just a book that a librarian has read, but a professional come out and talk about how to get into college.
Do you work with the schools on that and letting them know about the program?
Yes. We try and work with other nonprofits when we can. We have an in with a librarian at the Conroe ISD, and so we send all our summer reading flyers and other flyers through him. He's the technology coordinator, and he's overall the
Sounds
other
like a great
school libraries, and he's very good. He's very good.
Well, we're going to take another little break here, and we will be back with EMC News, and I'm Margie Taylor. We are listening to Devery Johnson, the outreach coordinator of the Montgomery County Memorial Library System. We're going to find out about more programs that they have and how you can get connected. It's not just about the books. There's a lot more to your local library. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned to the EMC News Hour with your host, Margie Taylor.
Animals of all shapes and sizes are welcomed at Big Thicket Vet in New Caney with vet services like extensive health exams, vaccinations, heartworm, tick, flea prevention, along with experienced and trustworthy emergency and urgent care. For more information on Big Thicket Vet in New Caney, visit bigthicketvetnc.com or locally at 18403 FM 1485 in New Caney, Texas.
Stay tuned to the EMC News Hour with your host, Margie Taylor.
Hello, I am Margie Taylor, your host for EMC News every Monday at noon to 1 from downtown Conroe, and we are now on FM, your 104.5 and 106.1. Very exciting things. And it has a pretty good reach, too. I was listening to it all the way from Montgomery to Grangerland Saturday night. Very clear. So this first half of EMC News was sponsored by Neighbors Emergency Clinic, and it is available 24/7, 354 days of the year. And again, if you want to connect with me, give me a call, 936-828-6881 to find out about being a guest on the show or sponsoring. You can also go to irlonestar.com/EMCN for additional information. So again, we are here with Devery Johnson of the Montgomery County Memorial Library System. And we talked about basics and genealogy and open house and children's and teens programs. But did you know you can also chat online with them? You can go to the countylibrary.org for a 24/7 chat. You can subscribe to their newsletter at the same location. And they have Twitter and Pinterest and, of course, Facebook. So for all your social needs, you go to the library and you can connect. So, Devery, I have some notes on here, and I don't really know what they mean. What is Overdrive?
Overdrive is an app that you can download onto your e-reader so you can read ebooks.
Okay, and we talked about that, and you can download them in advance and when they become available, because there's only so many of these online books available, and that way when it becomes available, you can download it onto your Kindle or whatever device you have. And that also has a 2-week period.
Yes. And one thing I would like to add is the titles on Overdrive are for kids, teens, and adults, not just
for everybody.
For everybody, yes.
Okay, so everybody can read.
So that's one. Overdrive is one of the apps that we have for ebooks and some audiobooks. But we have a second one called Hoopla Digital. And that is an awesome app. That is our latest, greatest application that you can download onto your ebook as well. But you can also download it on your iPod, your iPad. And it has audiobooks, mostly audiobooks for download and movies.
Oh, neat. So if you're bored at home, like next week or so and you're not doing anything, you're not going to school, and the kids are all settled and you want to watch a movie, you can download an audio movie.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
So do those have that same 2-week window then too? And
Yes.
you have to reserve it, and if you can't get it because there's only so many you can check out at a time, correct?
No, in this
Oh, okay.
in this case, there's unlimited checkouts.
Well, that's nice to know.
Yes. The thing is we pay for so many checkouts, and once they're done for the day, they're done.
That's the trick.
That's the trick.
So you got to get up early to download your movie.
Something like that. I can't remember if it was 7 a.m. or 7 p.m., but just try it whenever, and
Okay.
and at least you'll know what's going on. It's a very good application for that.
So you can do that on the countylibrary.org. Download the Hoopla app. That
Yes.
sounds really fun.
And just for woohoo, and just for your information, when you go to the website, if you look in the top right-hand corner, it'll say ebooks. And if you click that little icon, it'll take you directly there.
I'm going to do this.
And then you can go directly where you need to go. I actually didn't have any room on my phone for Hoopla Digital, so I downloaded it on my computer, and I listen to books that way while I'm doing work or watching a movie at home. I can do it that way.
Do they also have TV shows?
I don't know.
Like Grey's Anatomy or something?
I don't think so. Unfortunately, right now we have everything rated PG or lower.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that Grey's Anatomy is PG. I think it's R, isn't it?
It's on TV, so it has to be safe, right? Okay, so tell me what a tumble book is.
Oh, I'd love to tell you what a tumble book is. That is a great question. It is a collection of electronic children's books. So what you can do is you can go online and pick a book in any language you like, and the child can listen to it while they read it and put little dots by the words. They can read it, and then there's little games to show them how to enhance their reading.
So they can learn another language by a Hoopla book.
Yes, and I've had very teeny tiny little kids just love to read the tumble
fun.
books. It's for the small ones, 18 months and under.
Young children.
Yes, or young readers if they're level.
So I know we're talking about the Montgomery County system, but do other libraries have all these things that we have in Montgomery County?
Well,
Or is this unique to just us?
No. The well-funded libraries are full of computers and technology. You can borrow music and movies along with your books and ebooks. We're adequately funded because there is a lot more out there, but those
And
are
your tax dollar pays for this.
yes,
That's
yes,
nice.
yes, it does. And did you know how much your tax dollars?
No, tell me about
how
that.
much that is.
I did not know that.
Well, it ranges from year to year, but for taxpayers, they pay between $18.50 and $19.56 a year.
Wow, what a bargain.
Yes, for 7 branches, all the tech and books and audiobooks that we've talked about, and I haven't even scratched the surface with programming.
Well, then we need to go use our tax dollars worth and go to the library,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
And
I
download
agree.
a Hoopla a movie.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So let's talk about databases.
Okay.
What is a database? That is something as authoritative and research-based, and we have databases for children and teens and adults. You know that they say everything is on the internet? Mm-hmm. Well, that's not the case at all.
Okay.
So first, a fraction of the world's knowledge is on the internet.
A fraction.
A fraction. The best information
So
is...
Google does not know everything.
No. In fact, you know what they say? I just saw this meme. It says, Google will return 140,000 answers, but a librarian has the right one.
Ah,
So,
that's catchy.
I love that, being a librarian.
Wow. Okay.
So anyway, but the best information is hidden away in databases that experts build, and we pay for some of those databases.
So you can actually find out more when you go and use the databases that are in the library than you can through Googling.
Yes. And second, you can't trust everything on the internet.
Imagine that.
But librarians know where the trustworthy information is. So that's what librarians do. That's why we have the degree.
So people should have gone to the library before they voted.
Well, we had voter registration, and we had the information for them. So.
Okay. Nice to know.
So, for example, you have a kid who's doing a biography on a president. Mm-hmm. Okay, anyone you want. Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
We have a database. They can look for it at home. They don't have to go to the library to look it up. They can look at databases at their home with their library card and find not only information, but they can quote it, and they can have pictures of it and so facts. And we pay for a lot. Also, you know what? I have a lot of people that want to complete their GED, and the books are out of date. But we have a comprehensive program database where they can look it up and take practice tests and study online, and everything's up to date, so they can score on their test.
Well, that makes me think of something else. So, your partnership. Do you have a partnership with Lone Star Community College?
Yes.
So, if somebody, let's say, wanted to be a firefighter, and they have to take classes, could they access the database and do some of the online learning through what you have in your library system, or any other course for that matter?
Yes, they can. That's a great question. It's not something most people recognize, that we are part of a consortium. So the Houston Public Library, Harris County, Montgomery County Library, and Lone Star are all partnered. So we can use the same catalog. We have a thing called a truck. Okay, we have a Montgomery County truck. And what happens if you put a hold on a book, say at Lone Star College, and you want to pick it up in Conroe, you can do that. You can do it with your Lone Star library card or our library card.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And we'll
so you have a partnership.
We'll drive it over, and we'll call you and come pick it up in Conroe. So you don't have to drive all over the county. If you have a book in East County and you want it in the Woodlands or vice versa, it can be done. And we take care of that. We drive that truck every day.
Have you driven the truck?
I have driven it. The driver goes on vacation, and so I've been trained to drive a big truck.
Okay.
So that's another outreach thing that nobody knows about. But yes, I drive.
Well, apparently now everybody's going to know about that because I'm sharing this. So,
did I? Well, here's another secret thing that I do. How am I doing? And that is, I give tours of the library.
Okay.
So if you have a group, like a school or a group of people that want a tour, you give me a week's notice and I can give you a tour, and I can take you in the back of the library, especially in Conroe, where all the secret things happen that nobody knows about, like our mail room and our, how we handle books and process books.
Is it haunted?
It's not haunted.
Okay.
No, sorry.
All right.
The building's only 20 years old. or 22, so it's not haunted yet.
Well, not yet, but you never know. So this is a lot of really good information, and I appreciate knowing about all this because there's so much that I did not know about. I mean, you even do crafting and things, don't you? Don't you have programs and something like that as well?
Yes, out in the West Branch and in East Montgomery County, the Woodlands, and I personally have a craft thing going on. And my group is called Hip to Stitch, and what it is you can knit, crochet, you can cross stitch. I have people that bring their wool from their sheep, and they come out and they spin it into wool or into yarn.
Really?
Oh yes, it's very cool.
You have
to
a
watch.
spinning wheel?
No, I don't. But they bring their own. I wish. No, they bring their own, and they'll show people. And I haven't had them for a while, but I thought that was pretty. That was the coolest thing I ever saw. But we do knitting and crochet. I do a little bit of teaching on the side. I'm not very good, but I do my best.
So, if somebody wanted to learn to crochet or knit, could they learn that at the library then?
With me, yes.
With you personally. So they need to reserve their time with you.
Yes.
Okay. And how do they do that?
They can do it online under Hip to Stitch. We will be meeting again in December. We meet the second and fourth Tuesday of every month from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So it's at night and after school.
So you're very talented. You
Seems.
do a lot of different things. You drive a truck, you knit, you do all these programs, you even go to book tastings.
I know, fun at intermediate schools. Well, that's their program. But I get to go. They get to call me. They have where's that one? There's one in April where there's the Forestry Service does something at the Lone Star College in Montgomery, and I'm invited out there to do that sort of stuff. Where they have dancing and they
do a lot of outdoor things.
They blow up a water thing and fill it with water so you can kite or canoe around a little area. And
that's fun.
I know, right? And and I bring out my things, and we have a lot of fun. Mostly it's bookmarks, but I have little pins and highlighters. And
the more you get out, the more people learn about you. Yes, I got a really cool pen that has the bottom part that you can what do you call that?
A
pointer thing?
It's
not a pointer.
It's one of those rubber tips that you can use on your phone.
Computer, your phone, your Kindle, to download the apps and all of that. And it even writes. Imagine that. And it's a highlighter.
Yeah, one end is a pen.
3 in 1.
And the other end is a highlighter.
3 in 1.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to take another little break here, and we'll be right back. I'm Margie Taylor, and we'll be back with Devery Johnson of the Montgomery County Memorial System. So go like us right now on EMC News on Facebook. We'll be right back.
We're starting to film our talk shows and putting them on YouTube. Your favorite Lone Star Community Radio show can be seen on YouTube under our Lone Star Community Radio channel and on City of Conroe's Our City TV channel on Suddenlink Channel 12. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see the most recently released videos and find more information online at irlonestar.com/TV.
Check out EMC News on Facebook. Like us to see more about coming shows and guests.
Hello, Margie Taylor back here on EMC News on Monday, November 14th from downtown Conroe. And we are listening to Devery Johnson of the Montgomery County Memorial System and learning so much about apps and knitting and hoopla and tumblebook and events and online reading and how you can download movies and all kinds of fun things that I am just going to go home and try all this stuff myself in a little bit. And the fact that librarians know so much more than Google does and Siri. I don't really like Siri. I think she's a know-it-all, and she's not.
I see.
She leads you down stray roads that aren't really there.
Oh,
but
I haven't tried Siri.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't know as much as she thinks.
I can
she
talk
does.
about Pokemon Go, though. I know all about.
Yeah, I don't know about Pokemon Go. I didn't need one more thing to do. So tell me what a book butler is.
Oh, okay. Well, we have what is called a new book butler service, and it's our gift to you this holiday season. It's the latest thing in library services. It's a customizable reading list. So it's an online form you filled out based on your interests. You want a new book or an ebook, but the library is closed. You don't have time to browse. You can use Book Butler, and the librarians will browse for you. So you don't even have to go into the library to browse. You can have them do it for you.
So you have somebody that actually goes through these lists and finds, procures titles to put in your book list?
For example, I am a one of many book butlers of the Montgomery County Library. So I had someone, she wanted only ebooks, and she wanted things that had to do with crime, fiction crime, not nonfiction crime, because that's a whole different genre, and mafia. So yes.
I had that surprised look on my face.
Yes, it is surprising. Yes. Because we didn't have a lot, but I'm well read in that area, and so I picked 4 books, and they actually have a form that you fill out, and I send it back to her through her email, and it has a picture of the front of the book, and I gave them the title and the author and a short description of things, and sent it back to her. And so the best form of flattery is a couple weeks later, she sent the same request to the same librarian, which is me, again, for something similar. So that's the highest form of flattery right there. Isn't that nice?
Absolutely, because I know I like to always have a book that I'm reading and one in waiting or 2. And I can't always get to them as much as I used to, but I hate having to go through titles and going, what am I going to read? What am I going to read? You know? So that's very helpful. So you're saying that there's a specific person that, let's say, new fiction, drama, Grey's Anatomy. No.
Well,
a trilogy, maybe something like that. That's what they know, those books. So they will help you find something.
And the same like with young adults. If somebody was interested in young adult books, then there would be a young adult librarian that would take care of that. Same with children's. If you're
nice,
it's like we have read all the pigeon books that we can read. What else should I read? I've had and we set this up because I and others have had complaints. They complain, just when they're talking at outreach at events, they're saying, hey, I have read all this author. I have read him and I want something more, but I don't know what to look for. This is perfect for that. So
I like that.
You've read everything. John Grisham, all 120 million of his books.
Danielle Steele, whatever.
And you are, you're like, oh, I want something similar.
Right.
but
But
more
different.
Yeah, but different. So that would be a book butler
I love
request.
that.
Yeah.
And you can do that on the webpage also, countylibrary.org.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So
So much you can do. So what are some other events that you guys have? Are there other things that you haven't mentioned, or do they just need to go online and look and see what's happening that month?
We have lots. I have a couple that in Conroe we have Legos where you can just come and build. We put out all kinds of Legos for kids to build at, and that'll be November 17th from 3:45 to 4:45 right after school, and it's on Thursdays. We have a list. It's every couple of months that we have that, or once a month. I think it's once a month.
People are going to be surprised that there's so much going on at the library.
The good news is if your child is too small for a Legos because there's that choking hazard, we have Duplos, which are big,
The big ones
for small hands.
Nice.
And they can use that too.
I would like to play with those.
I know. They'll be out at our game day, which is this Friday.
Okay.
At 3 to 4:45.
Okay, good to know.
And because I probably won't be back in December, unless you invite me, Santa is coming December 7th on Thursday at 10:30 in the morning. So if you want to take free pictures with Santa and you don't want to stand in line at the mall,
wow,
it's going to be during a story time. We'll tell a story. There'll be a snack, and then you can sit on Santa's
that's a
lap.
great idea. And that's at all the branches?
That will be at all the branches. You'll have to check online.
He's going to have to go fast.
Yes.
Wow. Do you do that too?
No.
Only Santa does that.
I have been I have been the bunny on occasion because I'm tall and that's what fits. The tall.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
So, darn.
So, one advantage. So you also have other community partners, and you were telling me a few of them. I mean, we've already talked about your partnership with the school systems, Conroe ISD, and the library there, and
United
Lone
Way
Star Community College. United Way is another partner. What do you do with United Way?
Well, I'm a part of the HOPE committee, which stands for Hispanic Outreach Professional Enrichment, and we go to nonprofits and they show us ways to help our community that doesn't speak English, so we can be there and promote more things. Also, you and I are on a committee.
Yes,
you're the chair and I'm the co-chair. At the Texas AgriLife, they have a program that they got funding from the United Way, and we make sure they do, what is it, the Healthy Kitchen, what's it called, Mobile Kitchen?
Yes, the Mobile Kitchen.
Yes.
Where they go out and they teach people how to cook, and they have all the elements they need, all the resources. They have the food, and they have the cooking tools, and sometimes you even get free prizes with that when you go to some of these classes.
Yes, I want to add, though, that they do healthy cooking.
They do healthy cooking.
So it's
I
not
know
hamburgers.
About healthy.
It's not about hamburgers.
And they're great. They're great items. I know whenever we go to a lunch, I'm just like, what is the recipe to this? Because this is so tasty.
Yes.
You can eat healthy and like it.
And not many ingredients, which is the important part with
Right.
when you're when you have an income that's not very high. So.
Very good. Yes.
So, yeah. What was else? Oh, yes. We also have a partnership that we've had for a long time. It's called the Literacy Volunteers of America.
Oh, yes.
And we've had them for over 20 years. And our partnership is they teach people to speak English. So whatever country, I've seen them with people from China and people from Mexico and people from, just learning French. And so they teach them one-on-one on how to learn English. And so the library partners with them by giving them study rooms so they can spend one-on-one time together so they can meet.
So is that through their program that somebody would sign up for that, or would
Yes.
that be through the library?
No,
Through
they
the
would-
Literacy Volunteers of
They
America?
would sign through the Literacy Volunteers of America, which I'm sure is online, and there's a 1-800 number. But if you need a flyer, you can come to the library.
Okay.
I have
Go
it.
to your resource.
Yes, we have resources for that.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So we've talked about so many different things. What have we not talked about? I mean, we've talked that you have a webpage where a lot of the information is. You have a Facebook, you have a Twitter, you even have a Pinterest page. Mm-hmm. And if you just want to hang out and chat with a librarian, you can do that too via the webpage or send them comments. And they have a mobile app. I mean, why wouldn't you want a mobile app for the library when it has all the information? You don't even need to Google anymore. You can just go to the app and forget Siri. She's outdated. She doesn't know anything. Well, this is great.
Did I mention all that was free with your library
Free,
card?
yes, because we pay $18 to $19 a year as a taxpayer for all these services. So use it.
Yes.
And you don't lose it, so use it.
No. And their kids can use it too, 5 and up. So,
Okay. Well, that's all we have for today. And this half of the show has been sponsored by Big Thicket Veterinary Clinic. They work with cats, dogs, horses, donkeys, whatever you have. They take care of all your pet needs. On next Monday, November 21st, we will welcome the guests from Entergy, Paula Odom, and Tracy Brodeur. Customer service reps will share information about all the programs Entergy has to assist customers and what they do to outreach, volunteerism, and special funding programs. We hope you have enjoyed the show today. I would love to hear from you. Contact me via Facebook at EMC News or by email at margie@taylorizedpr.com. Thank you for listening. Tune in next Monday and check us out on EMC News. Be safe.
Thanks for checking out this production on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, and TV media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production, produced by the show host and Dick Schissler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schissler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.